Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Grub Masters. I'm John, and today we're making corned beef hash. Now we're making homemade corned beef hash. Hash is basically chunked up potatoes, chunked up meat. You could do any type of variation on it. I'll show you the recipe that I liked. This is the stuff my kids eat. I can't stand even really looking at this stuff. It looks and smells like Alpo to me. I mean, I pretty much just took it out of the can and just right onto the plate. That does not look appetizing. And when you mash it down and cook it, it just looks like sludge to me. We did the Irish soda bread episode not that long ago, and I was fortunate enough to be able to have some leftover smoked corned beef that we did that same night. I tossed it into the freezer. It's good to go in there for a while. I pull it out when I'm ready. Likewise, I take some russet potatoes. I boil these up ahead of time till they're just fork tender. You don't want them mushy. You just want them so that the fork pierces all the way through and kind of comes back with that kind of satisfying stab and not like raw potato. So I've got 3 of those. So that's gonna be about 2 cups of russet potatoes. I've got a half of a large yellow onion here. That's gonna be about a cup onion, give or take. And then I've got probably about a half a pound, 3/4 of a pound of my corned beef there that, again, I smoked off. We're gonna chunk those up. We're gonna throw them in the pan. We'll get the onions going first. We'll put the potatoes in. We'll put the corned beef in, give it a quick stir. I got some fresh thyme here. So let's just jump in. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to preheat my cast iron. I'm gonna get my onion in there. So let me light this guy up. Got my cast iron down. I take some bacon grease. I save my bacon grease. Put like a good dollop of bacon grease in there. That's gonna help with those onions. Now I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, that's bacon grease, that's not good for you, this and that. This is what I do, this is my secret. I put it in a mason jar, I put the lid on it, and on top of it I write bacon G. If it's just bacon G, it can't be bad for you, and it sounds pretty cool. You put bacon grease, it grosses out my wife. Anyway, bacon grease is down. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my onion ready. I'm just gonna give that a dice. All right, so our onions are working. Now I'm gonna dice up my potatoes. Onions down, potatoes down. Now we're gonna slice up and cube up our corned beef. All right, everything's in. Let's give it a quick stir. Throw in some pepper. Get a pinch or 2 of salt. Thyme leaves. Can you hear that? That's what you want. You want to form a little bit of a crust. You want to hear that sizzling. All right, these are about done. I don't want the potatoes to cook down so much that they're mushy. I want them to still have a little bit of mouthfeel. I know that my corned beef's heated through, and I could kind of hear that crust forming on the bottom, and that's what you want. You want to form just a little bit of a crust. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and plate some of this up. Now normally, I would crack a few nice eggs and do some nice, easy over eggs right alongside this. But I don't think I'm gonna do that right now for the sake of time. But, you know, let's just take a quick look. Ours and theirs. Again, ours and theirs. I mean, there's no competition. Let's give it a taste. These are just so good. that it's a sin to save these just for leftover corned beef. I mean, make some corned beef, make sure you make extra and freeze it so you could have this anytime you want. It's so good. I know it's not exactly fair. That's not even cooked. It's all congealed and nasty, but come on, seriously, this is so much better. Now, get out there and cook.